Hi there, I'm going to take you through the features and functions, the maintenance, best care and charging for the FONZ Z Series. First off, let's talk charging. Electricity is everywhere. How do we charge? Well, with the Z Series, we have three different ways of charging. The first one is we can use our FONZ charger, and it goes into a standard wall outlet, and then the plug goes here under your saddle into this charging port directly into your power pack battery. And that is for indoor use only, and that is our slowest form of charging. Your next option, still into your GPO, but this time it has type 2. So you would plug it directly into the type 2 charging port on your Z Series, and this will allow you to fast charge on your Z Series. This is rated for outdoor use. And your third option is you have an EV charging station, in which case you can pick up a type 2 to type 2 lead that would plug into here and then the other side into your local EV charging station. Which version is best for you? So let's look at the features and functions of your Z Series. As we turn on, the bike will turn itself on. Now, just a quick note, we have USB charging A and C in your glove box. That will be active when the bike is on. So we've turned on our Z Series, we've got our beautiful TFT screen here, and you'll note as soon as we turn the vehicle on and we've ignitioned on, we are on and we are in park mode. Park mode means we have no throttle right now. So it's safe for you to sit on the bike, navigate where you're going, think about your trip, be putting your gloves on, whatever you need. Now, also on the display, we'll have our ABS symbol. That we also have the power pack percentage readout here that we can see. And on that, we also have our expected range and we have our time and distance trips. Just below that, we have our tire pressure sensors on the front and the rear, which are connected with Bluetooth, and they will cycle through to let you know how much air is in your tires. They will turn red if there is too much or too little air in your tires and it's time to adjust it. There is a spanner on your keys, which will allow you to remove the tire pressure sensors. For more information about that, see our Owner Knowledge Center on our website. Also, once we're here, we're in park mode. The way that we move out of park mode is this button down here. It is R for ready and reverse. So if we press that, we are now in ready mode and we are in power mode 1. Power mode 1 takes us to about 55 kilometers an hour. And to change into power mode 2, it is a single press of this button. And power mode 2 takes us through to about 75 kilometers per hour, and another press of this mode button brings us into power mode 3, which gives us full access up to 105 kilometers per hour. Now we're in mode 3 and we're in ready mode. Our throttle is live. Reverse gear, what we need to do to engage it is to hold down this ready reverse button, and you will see on the speedo that we change into reverse mode. While we were holding that down, we then throttle gently and we will be reversing. Very handy in hilly areas. Also with our speedo, we've got our light to dark mode. Now I personally ride with light mode on during the daytime, and then at night time, it's a quick flick of your high beam button and that takes you into dark mode. If you would like to switch it back, it's another quick flick of the wrist and you're back into light mode. If you do change into high beam, the bike will assume you want to go into dark mode. Next, let's take a look at our regen. So with the regen on your Z Series, if we press the brake levers softly till we just feel the pressure of them, that's regen. We'll be using the regen system, so we'll be feeding power back into our power pack battery. If we brake harder than this, then we will also engage the hydraulic brakes on top of that. So of course we would do that in any situation we needed to. But with regen braking, we really can add quite a bit of range to our riding if that's something that you're conscious of. For more information about regen or your ABS, you can see our online owner center on our website. What happens when we put our side stand down on our Z Series? You notice ready is gone. We are no longer able to use the throttle. That's a safety system engaging. One of the noticeable differences between an electric vehicle and a petrol vehicle is how you throttle and brake. As soon as we brake, you'll notice that there is a small red exclamation mark on your speedometer. That is not an error. That is your bike saying there is no throttle available right now because you are engaging the brakes. So then how do we do this? Well, we recommend you throttle before the corner. We recommend that you brake before a corner and you throttle out of it. How do you do a perfect hill start? Our recommendation is have your left-hand side brake engaged. When you see the light turn green, you can do a small turn of your throttle, and then when it's appropriate to do so, release your brake and you will move away with a perfect hill start. How do I open my Z Series saddle? So our key is in the ignition and we turn it once to the left, and then you hear the saddle lock open. And there we are. We've got our owner's manual QR code. We've got our FONZ Friends QR code if you know anyone who likes your bike. Then we close it and we press here to engage the latch. Now for the steering wheel lock, we'll bring our handlebars fully to the left, and then we press in our key and bring it to the left to engage our saddle, our steering lock. And then the last thing we can do is when we're on the side of the road, we have this shut button, which will cover your ignition. And then we use our little silver doodad on the back of our key to engage and uncover our ignition when we're ready to go. So what about the left-hand side switch block? Well, so we always have our standard running lights on, but this is how we go into high beam. We go up and then your speedo will show that you're in high beam. And then we can bring it back down. And if we no longer want dark mode, another quick flick. Indicators, we go to the, and then it's click in the middle to cancel. And we also have our horn, but I won't press that. We want to keep our hearing right now. And the last thing to remember is our foot pegs for our pillion passengers. Push them in to engage, but then it is a simple click back into place. How do we run in the tires? Well, we recommend for the first 200 kilometers while the film on your tires is still wearing off, ride conservatively, especially in the rain. Quiet on set. Now with your power pack battery, the recommendation from us is do not let it discharge to 0%. In a discharged state, the bike cannot be stored. So our recommendation is for storage, store it between 60 and 80% power pack charge. More information can be found in your owner's manual or on our Knowledge Center online. This is my favorite FONZ scooter we've produced to date, and I'm so glad that you've decided to ride one. Thank you for your support electrifying the roads of Australia.